Hi, Riverside. My name's Dave Moser. My family and I got to worship with you from 2014 through 2015. Since then, we moved up to the Connecticut coast where I serve a church called Shoreline. So I'm excited to talk to you today. I feel connected to you. But more than a location, we share an even deeper connection in Christ. You and I, we've all been joined by grace to Christ in his death and in his resurrection. His inheritance is our inheritance. His home is our home, and his family is us. Your joy and mine will never end. And Christ has given us the joyous ministry of offering that same blessing and joy to the world around us. We call that evangelism. And sharing the good news of Jesus multiplies our joy because we will celebrate all the more as he redeems those we love and care about, so that they too may rejoice with us and with him forever. But how often do you share the gospel? Probably less than you'd like. Why is that? If you've been around church for any length of time, you've probably learned lots of ways to share the gospel, a whole handful of gospel presentations. But if you're anything like me, it's not easy moving from everyday conversation to the gospel. And that makes sense. The gospel isn't like any other conversation. There are very few natural segues into the issues of people's eternal souls. So I'm willing to bet that you know a gospel presentation or five. I bet that you know people who don't yet know Christ. And I bet that you want to spend eternity with them and them with Christ. But you don't know how to move from a conversation about that terrible Sixers trade for James Harden to a conversation about someone's eternal destiny. How do you move from everyday conversation to that gospel presentation you've already learned? How do you get to the gospel? And that's how I want to serve you. Like I said, that's hard for me too. So I've spent dozens and dozens of hours thinking about how to get to the gospel in everyday conversation. And on Saturday, August 6th, I'd like to equip you with 4 different strategies to seamlessly, intuitively, naturally guide a conversation to the point where you can share everlasting joy with the people you care about. So this isn't another evangelism script. It's a workshop where you'll learn to use a series of strategies to get to the gospel presentations you already know in a natural way. How much would you like to have your friends and loved ones with you in church today and in heaven with you forever? It begins with offering them the gospel, and I want to help multiply gospel joy in your life and in your church and in your eternity. So won't you join us Saturday the 6th for a workshop called Get to the Gospel? I hope to see you there.